All right, I'm back here with another journal. It's Elise Anderson. You're probably going to hear Paw Patrol in the background. I had to tame my beasts. This is Adventure. This is a journal that I made from recycled chipboard. And this is the, oh my gosh. The tie is like this burlap ribbon stuff. It has like some metal inside it, so it really stays put. So you can kind of do whatever you want to do with little ends there. Anyway, I'm going to open this up and show off what I got here. The cover has a lot going on. There are these stamp images that I, underneath of it, there's like these tiny little pieces of wood, particle, whatever you want to call it, to make them pop up and stand out. And the same down here. I'll do an up close shot of them. They're really pretty. And then this is a piece of, it was like this plain wood. It was kind of like this color right here. And I inked it up. Then this is these are some tickets. I did some stamping in the background on top of this map paper. I think that's all on the cover. And then the spine, I have this ruffle. This was gifted to me. I'm not really sure who it's made by. Maybe Tim Holtz, the ruffles that are sewn. And then these are some bottle caps that I hope... I cannot speak today. I am so sorry. I used my little puncher and made some map circles. And then I have these epoxy epoxy things, and I just glued them on in there to make these awesome little map. They're raised, obviously. I love this journal. This is like, as far as covers and stuff go, this one's my favorite that I've done so far. And then the back is just plain. Well, not plain, but there's nothing stuck on it. It's just the map image. So, and then there's little dangles on the back. We got a little key, because you gotta have key to stuff. This is like I think this is a Japanese coin, Chinese coin. I'm not really sure exactly, but it's a coin of some sorts. An old key, and then a little timepiece thing there that's attached to that, to the back. So open it up, and on the inside, this is some tissue paper, and the cover of this I actually made. It was like a green cardstock. So when I put the brown tissue paper on it, it made this awesome brownish green color, and I just loved it. And then I inked around the edges, and then there's a little pocket here with a vintage. This is some coffee dyed paper right here, and then this I glued onto some coffee dyed paper, but this is actually from a vintage magazine, and just like wood ship models, but you know, it kind of went with a theme, the whole ship thing. This is another pocket. The pocket I made with some corrugated cardboard, and then I took some, because I had to like peel off the side to show off the little ridges, and then I took some gesso and I rubbed over the top of it, and then I took some ink and I kind of smeared around on it, and then I stamped on a piece of birch bark the word explore, and then I glued that onto a piece of fabric, which I it kind of had this fraying thing going on, and I took some of these little strings that I peeled off of it and to make it fray on the edge, and I kind of looped them and glued them to make a little fringe. And so that's how I did the pocket right there. A lot of work in this one little pocket, and I think I made 2 of these in this journal. And then this is a little notebook with just some scrap coffee dyed papers and stuff in here for extra little journaling space. And you can also journal on there. And it just right in there. So this is some old dictionary paper. Did I skip a page? No, I didn't. Coffee dyed graph paper. There's all different kinds of coffee and tea dyed papers. Graph paper, notebook paper, different things like that. So this is from a crossword puzzle dictionary. And then this page has several little tucks. It's kind of like a so this map is there's a pocket right in here. Woo. When I put a little bit of some coffee dyed paper to slip into there. And then this is like a little miniature postcard. And inside of that, I had tucked this tiny little envelope that I made of some vellum paper. And inside of that is like a little stamped, it says cherish, and it's just a little piece of graph paper that's been coffee dyed. It's just I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool to do a little more. I love those little interactive kind of journals. So those all tuck into there, and then this is just some more coffee dyed paper that is kind of folded up and inked. And this tucks into where the ticket is, because the ticket is also a tuck spot. So just on this page, there's 3 tuck spots. Some little washi tape there. This is a little pocket, which I somehow forgot to put something in it. I'll put something in there. I'll probably put a little tag inside of it. But this is this is made with parchment paper, and so that's a little pocket. Lots of writing space, lots of tucks. This is the center of this signature, and it's a little envelope. And I put a little bit of, whatever you call that, Velcro. I can't talk today, so don't mind me. And there's just a little bit of coffee dyed paper in there that I inked up to make it more awesome. I love grunge. Lots and lots of coffee dyed paper. I love coffee dyed paper. There's the other side of the parchment, another parchment pocket right here. Apparently I didn't feel the need to put anything in the parchment pockets, but I probably will just slip something in there. This is another little tuck spot right here, and inside is a little notebook. So it's coffee and little coffee dyed index card that I used as I stamped on to clean off my stamp, and it actually turned out really cool. So I had a little washi on the back and sewed in just one sheet that folds out like this to journal on, and then it just folds up like that, and whoop, in there. Whew, come back. I love how the coffee stained paper turned out. Then this one is cool too. This coffee stained index card, the front of it's like It's cool. And then I stapled on a little bit of some fabric. And then this is a little fabric pocket that I hand stitched onto. This is pre-sewing machine. This is before I had my sewing machine. So yeah, I hand stitched this little pocket onto there. And then on the other side, this is where it was kind of a pain in the butt because I actually hand stitched both of these on at the same time. So I had to like hold them in place because parchment paper, I don't know if anybody has used parchment paper to try to glue down. I have yet to find a glue that actually stays. I have tried pretty much every glue in my stock, which is, there's a lot of glue. So none of them would hold it. So I had to sew any of this on. And then this is a piece of birch bark that I sewed onto here too. And this is also a pocket. So pocket, and inside of this pocket, is a piece of coffee stain paper, and I put a little washi tape on there just to add a little pretty, little bit of something. This is another piece of parchment paper, and I made an envelope, and it's just its own little signature right here. I don't know why I'm holding it up that close where you can't, really see, but and what I had to do with this, because I did have glue on it, and of course, discovering that glue does not happen on parchment paper, I had to staple. I stapled it because I already had it sewn in, and I wasn't going to rip it out. So I just stapled it. And I have staples throughout anyway, so it actually turned out looking really kind of cool. So I have it held together with that little clip, and inside is a vintage business reply mail, airmail card that I got out of a vintage magazine, and I glued it onto a piece of coffee stained graph paper. Hopefully I'm in frame. Go down. So, and these are just little fringes. But this is a little delicate pocket because it's just like with like tracing paper and things like that, and like those kind of things. Glassine bags. They're a little more delicate. So you got to handle them with a little bit of care. But they're really neat. This is just like a little page thing. And I actually stapled the birch bark onto this. Because I was like, I'm going to staple stuff. I'm going to staple everything. So this is a little piece of birch bark with, on top of this, little parchment paper. And it's just a little page in there. And I put a little clippy. And on top of the clip is this little note card journal that has some pages in it to journal on. That's some ribbon. Whoa, there it goes. Out. And then this is a fabric pocket right here. A fabric pocket. And there's just a couple. This is the journal card, and it's a map with book paper and then another map on top. And then this is just coffee stain paper. That's all this is. And then more writing space with lovely coffee stained paper. And tea stained, because this one's tea. I think the tea is my favorite. At least when the tea does this kind of stuff, it's my favorite. This is another multi-tuck spot. This is just a piece of coffee stained paper with the word believe, and it says never stop believing, that I stamped on there. This is a piece of the same ruffle that I have on the spine. It was actually the cutoff of that. And I glued that down there. With it's kind of like, this is like a pocket right here, and then this ticket is a tuck. Is kind of what that does. So this is like a little miniature postcard thing. And then this is a little ticket, or not ticket, oh my gosh, my brain, map, boop. Probably because this is my third video. I'm just whipping them out while my kids are distracted. So my brain's starting to go crazy. I haven't, honey. This is another little parchment pocket that I haven't put anything in yet. I think I just forgot. Well, honey, I don't know where it is, so I don't know what to tell you. This is another pocket. And I haven't put anything in this one because I think whoever gets it can find something that they would like to put in it. Coffee stained graph paper, tea, another parchment paper pocket. And then this is the, oh, never mind, it's not the last page. Just kidding. Another tuck spot with a little journal card. And this has a lot of layers, like some layered stuff in there. Inks. There's alcohol inks sprayed through stencils. Then there's some distress ink through stencils, and on the back is the same thing. This is actually the color. The green is actually the cover. This is a cutoff of the, from making part of the cover. There's several layers. This is, I just added, yeah. So this is a thick cover. Sorry, I'm not in frame and I'm flipping. And then this is the last page, and there's no pocket on the back. I decided not to because it was already pretty thick, and there was so many tuck spots and stuff already. And also, I don't know, I just love how pretty that is. So this is a birch bark pocket. So the base of the pocket is birch bark. And then on top of it, I glued on this little ruffle thing, stamped on it with the word discover, and then I tucked a ticket in here and glued it there. So this is a tuck spot, and it's just a little tag with a little stamping on it, some little twine, and then this is in the pocket, actual pocket, and it's just some coffee stained graph paper. So that is adventure. If you like this journal, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment, the whole works. I love hearing from you guys, the comments and stuff. And anyway, I hope you maybe got some ideas of what you can do with your journals if you make them, or other things like tags and different ways you can use your materials. So, hope everyone enjoyed this video. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.